This is Red Raven TV, and this evening we have a fantastic matchup between the Red Ravens of Coffeyville and the Beavers of Pratt. And I am Logan Mance, aside Mitchell Wrights. And Mitchell, what do we see from this game tonight?
Well, it's been a while since I've been able to watch one of these games, actually, with some schedule conflicts, but I'm really looking forward to some good Red Raven basketball. Both of the Pratt teams, both boys and girls, records are not quite as
appealing,
quite as friendly as the Ravens records look. So hopefully we're going to come in and get some good wins. So
yes,
some good basketball.
Looking for some good basketball indeed, as we'll look where these both teams stand in the KJCC division. Coffeyville is at 6 with a 3-2 conference record and a 4-4 overall record, and Pratt is just struggling at the bottom at 0-5 and 1-8. And this is a conference game, and both teams are looking for a conference win, and Pratt needs a win because they have not gotten one.
Is not looking friendly on their scorebook, but yes, this game could go either way because Pratt's bench, they have a lot of girls on their team, so they might be able to outlast the Ravens. I'm not for sure, just some speculation, but we're going to see what happens.
Antoinette Daniels will tip off next to Megan Poole. Coffeyville wins the possession.
But
quick shot, jumper, no good from Shannon Parville. Pratt will go Lexus Schwamberger, Brenna Samton, Megan Poole, Channa Parvin, Jada Channon. Coffeyville will go Sky Jasper, Patrice Dotson, Lauren Anderson, Lucy Burke, and Antoinette Daniels. Those are your starting lineups for tonight's action. Pratt sets up in a 2-3 defense. Elaney Fisher working it outside, a drive to the hoop, blocked by Megan Poole, the 6'2 sophomore out of Council Grove, Kansas.
I believe that was a shot clock violation because of the block, so good defense by the Beavers.
Now we're going the other way with Brianna Samton up top, working low. Finds a man in the middle, and they will just push it back out.
And they're going to want to get it down to Megan Poole, the Beavers will, because that is their leading scorer. She's averaging about 16 a game.
5 on the shot clock. Pump fake, shot by Samton. That's an air ball. Laney Fisher picks it up.
They're rushing.
Lucy Burke for a 3. That is good. First points of the day is a Lucy Burke 3.
High arcing shot, nothing but net.
Quick pressure from
action.
Coffeyville. That's a trap. Steal by Sky Jasper. Off to Laney Fisher. Off the glass and good.
Good quick start for Coffeyville.
They'll show the press again. And you got to think, an 0-5 team, Coffeyville does not want to give them any type of inspiration. Yeah, rebound, there. Lucy Burke.
I believe it was tipped, yes. Coffeyville will retain possession. But, yeah, like you said, we don't want to give them any kind of easy start to the game. We're going to come out in full force and see if we can just get in their heads early.
Lane Fisher.
Working.
Picked up by Samton. She'll be fouled by Antoinette Daniels.
Okay. Yeah, and the foul on Antoinette Daniels. It looked like she was just kind of trying to run down the court, but caused that contact, not on purpose, but refs had to call it. There was a lot of contact right there. Anyways, 7:47 left in the quarter.
Antoinette Daniels picks up her first. She's one of those big presents in the middle. Megan Poole.
The pull up.
Too hard. Rebound. Pratt. Fresh shot clock. Coffeyville in the 2-3 zone. Looking to get in passing lanes, and that's out of bounds. Coffeyville will go the other way.
Good defense by Lauren Anderson, forcing turnover right there.
Eleni Fisher up top. Lucy Burke hit her first three early in the ball game.
Oh, man.
Good steal by Jada Cartlin. Snagged it from Antoinette Daniels. And now she's on the attack. Jumper. Sky Jasper picks it up as she had a fantastic game against Cloud City. 11 points, 9 rebounds off the bench. And she'll get the start tonight.
Yeah, and early in the season, just having a good game could get you in that starting lineup.
Another three from Lucy Burke.
She's feeling it early. Oh, I believe that was a long two. Saying 7-0 on the scoreboard, so.
Good correction.
Still a good shot by Burke.
Sampton, too long. Pick up Pratt. She puts it in. Alexis Schramberger.
Pratt gets their first points of the game, nearly 4 minutes into the game.
Pratt back in their zone. Out to Sky Jasper in the middle.
Good ball movement down low, just couldn't finish right there. She was kind of oversized right there on the matchup, but
Megan Poole deflected that shot.
Yep.
Or made her shoot it awkward.
Yeah. Some perimeter movement.
Out to Parvin. That is no good. Pick up Lainey Fisher. She will give it off to Lucy Burke. Long three. That's off.
A lot of contact down there.
Pratt picks up the loose ball.
They had the break, but Poole decided to keep it under wraps, collect themselves. Oh, nobody really wanted to notice Brianna Samilton out there for the Red Ravens.
Off to Schamberger, that's good. Pratt adds a three of their own. After 2 threes from Lucy Burke, Alexis Schamberger, 5'10" sophomore, puts one home for Pratt. .13 on the shot clock. Out to Lucy Burke, back to Sky Jasper in the middle. Picks it up, lays it off the glass.
Way to collect herself, get the ball back, and finish.
Coffeyville showing this press after a made basket.
Deflected pass.
And Megan Poole will lay it in there. 9-7 ball game with 4:13 left in the first quarter. Coffeyville has a small margin of lead over this 1-8 Beaver
franchise, you could say.
Finds Eleni Fisher. Good pass from Lucy Burke.
Great
that's
court
2 points.
vision by Lucy Burke. I don't even think Eleni Fisher knew the ball was coming to her. She's kind of caught it with a little bit of disbelief. Still able to capitalize.
Good hook shot. Blocked by Antoinette Daniels. Coffeyville going the other way with Eleni Fisher. Gets it off to Antoinette Daniels. Back to Lauren Anderson. Cross court to Eleni Fisher. She makes a move. Gets it swiped away.
Ball.
Good hustle on the floor. Swanberger. Timeout. Pratt.
I believe just a 30-second timeout just to keep the ball.
So Coffeyville has a 4-point lead. Both teams coming out in a
do here is go back.
And we're back.
Back at it. Coffeyville comes up with a different lineup. Desiree Nelson comes in the ball game. So does Patricia Dodson. Bad pass from Pratt.
Turnover. They're averaging, what's the exact statistic on the turnovers?
Pratt averages about 18.6 turnovers a game, and we saw it right there. And that is one of their...
That's probably one of their leading factors to their record. No matter how many points you can get in the game, if you keep turning the ball over, that'll just allow the other team to score even more. So that might be one of the leading factors to Pratt's record.
Desiree Nelson looking for the ball at the block. She gets it and scores.
That backdoor option has been open twice now that we've seen. I want to see if Pratt wants to close that option, but I don't know if they notice it yet.
Pratt breaks the press. Not good by Megan Poole. Lainey Fisher wants to coast. Good Euro step. Followed by Sky Jasper. Lucy Burke, stop.
Got her off the
and
jump.
Couldn't get the roll. Megan Poole gets it knocked away from her, and good hustle by Lainey Fisher. She ties up the ball.
Good sportsmanship by both teams right there. We'll see a jump ball.
We'll see the first sub for the Beavers. Jordan Ward, 5'10", freshman out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, will come in the ball game.
Pratt will retain possession on that jump ball, so Coffeyville will have it the next jump ball.
Finds the open Beaver, gives it off to Alexis Schamberger. No good. And they'll pick it up. Ward gets the rebound. And they'll get a fresh shot clock to work with. Quick shot. That is good by Jada Catlin. Kind of pulling up in the face of a defender.
Steph Curry-esque, I would say. For the three right there. It's a three-point game. Coffeyville with the lead.
Desiree Nelson wants one of her own. That is good.
Answers back.
The three ball has been flying to this evening. A very productive starts for both teams shooting the ball. She wants a three. Now gets it to Ward. Gets trapped. Back out for a three.
And she finishes with it.
Parvin again answers Desiree Nelson's three. 16-13. Both teams shooting the heck out of the ball. Desiree Nelson
with the answer. Not quite. Tell you what, Desiree Nelson does not miss many threes. So
she is a sharpshooter, averaging 9.7 points on the season. Wants it Ward. Good move. Can't finish. Lainey Fisher will pick up the rebound. Patricia Dobson will bring it up.
Coffeyville's going to try to hold for this last possession of the first quarter. See if they can get the right shot off. Oh, a kick ball.
Was looking for Lucy Burke. Megan Poole got her shoe on it. And we'll see Alexis Wooden come in for the Red Ravens. Patricia Dobson inbounding the ball for Coffeyville. Out to Wooden, to Desiree.
The good head fake.
Dodson, that's good. The three ball has been flying.
Oh, man.
Like I said, and that almost went in for Pratt. The ball has surely been flying. This first quarter ends 19-13. Coffeyville Red Ravens. What do you think? Both teams playing zone allows the team to shoot threes.
Yep.
Why do you think these teams have come out so hot?
Yeah, the zone will always lead to the three ball being thrown up. Whether it makes it or not is kind of up to the players, but so far we've seen pretty good shooting, so I wonder if that's going to carry on for the rest of the game, or if one of the teams will switch it up to man or just do something. We'll see. We're not sidekicks up here in the booth, so we'll be watching right alongside you guys, but so far Coffeyville is coming out with that press, trying to put that pressure on them. but Pratt's only down 6. It's not a bad deficit. It's only 2 threes, by the way this game's going anyways, so.
Coffeyville is following the scouting report. This Pratt team has known to turn over the ball just about 18 times a game, and they've shown the press just about every time they've made a shot. We've seen very few turnovers from Pratt. They've held their own thus far. We've seen Lucy Burke hit on 2 threes. Patricia Thompson hit on 1 3. Desiree Nelson hit on 3. And we've also seen Jada Catlin hit on a 3. And Schwamberger hit on a 3. So
nearly every point of this ball game has been from
the 3-point arc.
Live and die by the 3. We're going to see how that plays out until the rest of the game.
Coffeyville will come out. Desiree Nelson, Sky Jasper, Dotson, Lainey Fisher, and Wooden. For Pratt, they'll come out Sampton, Catlin, Parvin, and Ward. And that is turnover, Coffeyville. Coffeyville averages about 9.3 turnovers a game, and we saw one right there. Good hands on a ball. Dobson, Desiree Nelson picks it up out to Lainey Fisher. Jasper for 3, for a 2. Mistake. So Pratt
got rejected right there by Jordan Ward.
Pratt turns it over, but recovers on a missed jumper from Coffeyville. 15 on the shot clock. Looking for Ward. Wants the 3s. Catlin.
She pulled up on that one earlier this game. Wouldn't be surprised to see it again.
4 on the shot clock. Has to heave a 3. That is good from Parvin. I believe that is her second. So Pratt cuts it to a 3 deficit. Desiree gives it up to Wooden. Can't finish. And will get fouled on the arm.
Be the first free throws of the game, I believe.
Jada Catlin will pick up her first foul. Not many fouls on this ball game thus far.
I believe that's the first. No, there was one in the first quarter, but.
Coffeyville shoots about a 54% from the line.
Which is not great, I do say. But 100% so far this game. 1 for 1.
Both teams enter this ball game with a losing streak. Coffeyville's lost 2 in a row to Cloud County and Sedgwick. And Pratt is coming in the ball game with 7 losses.
Coach Harrell right there with the catch.
Coach Harrell showing his hands early in this ball game.
Something interesting about this game, both of the coaches it's their first year being head coach. For Coach Harrell for the Ravens and Coach Ferris for the Beavers. See what this kind of matchup will look like.
Alexis Wooden.
Good ball movement down low.
Gets a left in the middle, and she will finish the layup. Back in this press. Caused the turnover last possession, but they'll find an open Ward down the court. She lays it in.
A good hook shot-like shot. Way to finish.
Pratt shooting a good percentage early in this ball game. Dobson looking inside. Back to Desiree Nelson. They are swinging the ball,
pass.
looking for an open area. There's a foul call on Channa Parvin. Desiree Nelson left alone for 3. That is good. That is her
second 3.
Second 3. 6 points.
Like I said, she does not like to miss from the 3-point line.
These 3s are going down like layups.
But a blocking foul on number 4 for the Ravens, Alex Arline.
Lucy Burke will enter the ball game. Sky Jasper will catch a break.
Go for more of a bigger layout for the Ravens. Ooh.
Good find. Couldn't finish. Looking for a foul call was Schamberger.
That was a tricky bounce pass down low.
Inside to Wooden, back out to Lucy Burke.
A lot of ball movement by these Ravens.
Couldn't finish was Dobson. Coffeyville really moving the ball against this zone.
Trying to exploit where they can find an open
Lucy
ball.
Burke couldn't finish.
Oh my.
Tough shot from Lucy Burke. She shot it off balance, but it's still a good look for Coffeyville. Kamir Lee will bring up the ball.
Oh, Lucy Burke with the steal. Great vision.
Another turnover from Pratt.
Pass off to Dobson. Pass out to Arline.
Dobson left alone. That is good.
Oh, my goodness. The Ravens are feeling the range
And
tonight.
that is another turnover. That is their third in a row. And like we said, the 3-ball has been going down. If we were playing NBA Jam, these nets would be on fire.
They're not lying there.
So Pratt will extend their zone. Gets a turnover. Jada Catlin on the break. Good move. Finish. To cut it within 9.
Good defense by Desiree Nelson on that one. Not picking up the foul as well. Don't want to get too many early
Looking
fouls.
for Lucy Burke. Good look, just stolen away by Parvin.
Ooh.
Stop.
Ooh.
Gets fouled and finishes through contact.
It was a very athletic play. Pratt's going to see their first free throws of the night.
Jada Catlin with the Euro step. Gets hit on the hip. Still able to finish.
Megan Poole came in right there.
Can she finish the 3-point play? She can't.
Still almost got her.
Quick
With a
timeout
rebound on that.
from Coach Hurl. 5:47. Coffeyville's got a 7-point advantage. Coffeyville has caused many turnovers. 3 thus far, not including that last possession where Jada Catlin could break the press. But you've seen when Pratt can break the press, they get good looks.
Yep.
But it's just the fact they have to break the press.
Yeah. The press is working to an extent, but I don't know. Coffeyville's also had their fair share of turnovers. The past 2 plays saw some turnovers for the Ravens.
Coffeyville trying to fit some passes where
Just don't know if it's
Pratt
there.
getting their hands
Yeah.
on. So both teams with 2 fouls. Pratt again in this extended zone defense. Coffeyville really working the ball. Gets it to Anthony Daniels. She'll finish.
Saw something that wasn't a 3.
That is correct, Mitch. Good ball fake.
Ooh, swatted
Swatted
down.
away. Dobson on the move. She can't finish. Eleni Fisher gets it out to Dobson again. She is fouled. She'll be shooting 2 at the line.
Seeing more and more fouls. Still not a high amount at all by any means, but some more free throw action for the Ravens.
Dobson Can't connect on the first. It's the first time at the line. We'll see some new Beavers. Tanisha Lewis come in the ball game, as well as Brenna Samton. She's not new, but Lady Fisher with the pickup.
Offensive rebound.
Desiree Nelson open. She'll take it. Can't hit.
She's 2 for 4 from 3 tonight so far.
Good move. Antoinette Daniels changes her shot. Can't get it to go off the backboard. It's Parvin. And that's what Antoinette Daniels can do. Change shots in the middle.
She's a force down low that the Beavers just don't want to deal with right now.
Antoinette Daniels creating her own space.
I said.
She'll have a chance at the three-point play.
Phenomenal post player.
She really worked to get some space. Saw the contact, was the ref. Able to shoot one at the line. Very few free throws have been shot.
Man, Eleni Fisher with another offensive rebound almost. She's just showing phenomenal hustle on those
Pull up.
throws.
Too long. Put back
Finished
from
by
Megan Poole. She just used her size.
She got a sweet touch from about the mid-range in.
Good ball fake from Desiree Nelson. That is a clean jumper.
It was inside the three-point line, but not by much. So
11-point lead for this Red Raven team. Extending this pressure. Hamilton looking for Poole. Gets fouled.
And the ball gets stuck. I don't know if any of the girls out there can
We
grab
might
it.
have to get one of these basketball players.
Uh-oh. Here comes Teddy Wolf.
There's Ted Reek.
He's ready. So ready. He's getting action on the girls' side of the game.
Maybe that will carry on to our next game. Stay tuned here at 7:30-ish. The Coffeyville Red Raven men's team will take on the Pratt men's team. So stay tuned on Red Raven TV. Megan Poole connects on the first free throw. Can't make good of the second. Both teams have not connected well on free throws thus far.
They've made more three-pointers than free throws.
Gets it into Daniels. That's a great pass from Desiree.
She's just showing that size.
Desiree put it in a spot where no one could get it other than Antoinette Daniels, and she does the rest. 3 from Hamilton. That's long.
Rebound by Nakari Harris.
That's her first action of today.
Having the stats early.
Patricia Dobson makes a move, and she did it too quick without the ball. That's a travel.
I believe that's the first travel we've seen thus far, which is good, seeing as this is collegiate basketball, but, you know, sometimes your feet get ahead of you.
Daniels against Hamilton, a mismatch. She throws it up,
Man.
and that's a high floater, able to go.
10-point game with 2:30 remaining in the half.
Pratt is hanging in there. Delaney Fisher makes a move. Looking for Dobson. Desiree Nelson gets the rebound. And they'll set up their offense with 25 on the shot clock. Pratt trying to get that double team in the corner. Harris.
Oh.
And Now bounce off her chest.
Couldn't hang on to it. Result in another turnover. Oh, my.
So this game has been conflicted with great shooting and turnovers. It just seems which team is going to do the less of the turnovers and more of the shooting. 140 left. Pratt working with this against the zone.
Man.
She falls down, turns it over to Harris.
We give her credit for holding on to the
Desiree.
ball while falling, but
Antoinette Daniels, she can't get it off the glass.
retains the ball.
Dobson wants the three. That is long. Back out to Fisher. And Coffeyville has done an incredible job of these offensive rebounds.
The hustle is just phenomenal so far. I'm sure Coach Harrell is very proud of that.
Looking for Daniels. Can't get it. Saves it back to Daniels. 8 on the shot clock. Has to throw up a three. That is long. And go out of bounds. Pratt ball. Jada Catlin will enter the ball game.
I think Dodson's the one player that can't find the range from three so far this game. Seems like everybody else is hitting, and she just can't buy one. Less than a minute to go in the half.
Finds Catlin.
Oh,
Lucy
a hard
Burke.
Foul.
With her big body, just knocks down the littler Jada Catlin. She will go to the line. Pratt has only made one free throw this half, I believe.
I believe so. It's a bold strategy by the Pratt Beavers team. They don't seem to go for rebounds on free throws.
There is 45 seconds on the shot clock, so I don't know why Coach Ferris, well, it doesn't matter since she knocked down that one, but
maybe it's a psychological
she just wanted to play
thing.
defense.
Yeah, something like that.
Back out to Lucy Burke. She's hit 2 today. Desiree also has 2, and that is her third. 9 points, or 11 points for Desiree. Coffeyville shows pressure, wants that double team on Samilton. Gets it out to Lewis. Having trouble with the ball. Gets it tied up.
Jump ball. Coffeyville will retain the ball. Oh, nope. I believe we will not retain the ball. I'm sorry. I'm a liar.
Coach Ferris almost needed to use a timeout there as Pratt was struggling with the ball. Gets out to Megan Poole. Open jumper. Leaves it long. 3 seconds. Lucy Burke will just
Gonna wrap it up.
take it into halftime. It's 40-28. Your Coffeyville Red Ravens have a lead. You're watching women's basketball on Red Raven TV. We're back, ready for a second half between Coffeyville Red Ravens and Pratt. As Coffeyville has an early advantage, 40-28. We got some stats along the way. Pratt shooting 37 from the field, 4 for 7, 57% from 3, 2 for 5 from free throws. Their leading scorer is Jada Catlin with 8 points. With your Lady Red Ravens, the leading scorer, Desiree Nelson. She has connected on 3 of 5 from the three-point line. And Antoinette Daniels and Alex Airline, both with 6 points. A compelling stat, Coffeyville has 8 turnovers, and Pratt able to have 9 turnovers. That's half of their average.
They're on track for their average of turnovers.
So we're back at it. Pratt searching for their first conference victory and in their 7-game losing streak, and Coffeyville searching to end their 2-game losing streak.
I don't know if that's a charge.
And that is an and one. Antoinette Daniels.
A lot of force on that. But finish.
Antoinette Daniels has been a big presence for the Lady Red Ravens. Able to have 6 points, and her guards have got her the ball, and she's done well with it early on. Good on the three-point play. Coffeyville 3 for 6 on free throws, and will show this press again. And if you're Coach Harrell, you have to be impressed with this Coffeyville defense. And as I say that,
as you say it, the and one is
Megan Poole. She had 5 points in the first half.
Which is kind of low for her season average. She's averaging about 16 a game. See if she can put it on the second half.
So both teams start out the game with an and one opportunities, and both connect. Both 3 of 6 from shooting from the free throw line. Lucy Burke has hit 2, and that is good.
The corner 3.
Those shots have come easy for both teams. Lucy Burke able to knock that down. Back out to Megan Poole. Turnaround. Gets blocked from Antoinette Daniels. Quick outlet to Eleni Fisher. Lucy Burke
bounce,
and not able to corral it.
Her arms too far ahead of where the ball was. Got the shot form off, but the ball did not follow. Good look by Fisher.
Tough break for Lucy Burke. She has 8 points on the day. And 6 boards. Pratt got away with the travel. Long on the jumper was Poole. And Ward will get fouled. That's one thing we didn't see much of was fouls. Each team had 10 going into halftime, or combined 10 to go into halftime.
Yeah, not many fouls. Almost half the amount of fouls already seen in the first 2 minutes of this quarter than we did the whole first half. So
Pratt struggling. 12 on the shot clock. Looking for Ward. She gets it knocked away, and they'll call it a travel. Good defense.
Let's say good job by the Coffeyville defense to get
some hands on the ball instead of skin for the fouls.
And they've
Force
been
that travel.
doing that all night, allowing 10 turnovers. Lucy Burke again from the same spot. Leaves it short that time. Lenny Fisher picks it up, go to the hoop.
A good
Off
finish.
the glass and finish for Eleni Fisher. Eleni Fisher's got 6 points. quick break. Ward will just lay in there. Ward's got 4 points. Out to Lauren Anderson, to Jasper.
The corner.
Lucy Burke has been roaming that corner, the baseline, I should
Trying to
say.
look for Daniels there.
Coffee will pick up their 10th turnover. And Jada Catlin will be going to the line to get some points off turnovers. Coffeyville got 9 points off turnovers in the first half. Pratt got 6. Jada Catlin could add to that. Three of 7 from the free throw line. Jordan Ward will take a seat. And Alexis Schamberger will come in the game. Off on the second one was Jaden Catlin.
Out to Anderson up top. Jasper to the corner, back to the corner. Burke can't get it to fall right there.
She left it short again. Pratt in that 3-2 press, giving Coffeyville the fits. Turnover. Lauren Anderson picks it up. She's got Jasper ahead for the layup. Foul. Sky Jasper going to the line for a 3-point play. She's got 4 points. A host of subs from Coach Ferris. Kamira Lee will enter the ball game. Good on the second, or on the first. That was a 3-point play.
Coffee with the 18-point lead, the largest lead they've had prior to that 3-point play. Coach Harrell not liking that call as he's making noises, but still have a comfy lead.
So 6:15 left in the third quarter. Pratt looking for an answer. That won't do it. Quick outlet to Lainey Fisher. She will pull it back.
Lainey Fisher does a good job of being the point guard role on this team. You don't see her shoot too often.
She tries to find her outlets.
Ooh.
Lauren Anderson can't save the ball. Or she does save the ball. No, she
I don't.
Yeah, I was a little confused on that.
That's interesting.
Coffeyville
retains it. The ball, I don't know. Like, the line is right out of our view because of the media box down there on the court, and there'll be a shot clock violation anyways, so it doesn't really matter, but that was just an interesting play.
Good defensive possession for Pratt. They'll need a lot more of those if they want to climb back in this thing. Coffeyville trying to draw turnovers with this press. It's been working. That trap right there, she tries to throw it off Lauren Anderson's leg, and she does so. Lainey Fisher with the turnover. Gives it off to Sky Jasper. Gets it back on the outlet. Goes coast to coast. And it rolls in.
Showcasing her speed right there. Just shredded through the Beaver defense in the paint.
She was determined.
I believe it's a
full timeout for the Beavers. Coach Ferris not too happy, and I would not be too happy with my team. He slams the chair in disgust. But this Coffeyville defense has been all over the floor, and you can tell Coach Harrell really wanted to come out, get this lead.
Come out with some energy.
In this 2-game losing streak they've had, as they've went on the road to Hutch, not able to get a victory there, and lost, or home game against Hutch they lost, and went on the road to Cloud County.
Yep.
And they will go on the road to Seward December 3rd, and December 7th they will also go on the road to Neosho. So they got some road games ahead of them. So they need to collect this one so they can build some momentum going in these road games.
And even just going into the winter break that we have coming up.
Both teams really got to stay focused through this winter break, as it can be long and players want to go home and see their families. Well, they still got some basketball left. Good move. Blocked by Sky Jasper. Lewis could not get it to go. Or Lee gives it off to Antoinette Daniels. She will finish.
Solid move. Oh, man, we're seeing a full line change by the Ravens here.
Antoinette Daniels, 8 points. Or 9 points.
Ooh.
And Pratt will come back with the and one opportunity. Brianna Samilton, 5'5", sophomore out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, will go to the line for one. Pratt shooting 3 of 9 at the line.
And we'll see Patrice Dodson, Alex Arline, Desiree Nelson, Alexis Wooden, and Nakari Harris all come in for the Ravens. Full line change, so mixing it up. Gets the and one. 3-point play opportunity. And the Ravens are going to bring it up 19 with 4:30 left in this third quarter. Oh, that was...
Therese Dobson almost throws it to our mascot over there.
I'm sure he was ready for the ball. I don't know if the refs wanted that to happen, though, because they call it out of bounds. So another turnover for Coffeyville. I believe that makes 11 or 12.
That's their 10th.
10th.
Poole for 3. Long. Pick up Dobson. Looking for Desiree Nelson for 3. Alex Airline will pick it up. Gives out to Dobson, and they'll set up shop with a fresh shot clock.
Here's Arline for 3.
And Arline
feeling the money ball. Another 3 for Coffeyville.
Alex Airline enters the 3 ball mark. Desiree Nelson gets still.
Just like that, the Ravens are up 24 points.
It seems that every Raven wants to enter the stat sheet today.
Ravens are just not letting up on that pressure.
Megan Poole gets hacked on the arm, not able to get the layup to go. She'll go to the line.
Schomburger, rather. I believe this number is 0.
Off on the first one. 4-10 of the line is Pratt today. 40%. They shoot around 62% from the free throw line. Gets a second to go. Timeout. 30-second timeout. Coach Ferris from Pratt. And we'll see the Raven dance team come out. And we've seen the Coffeyville Lady Ravens come out today and shoot the ball well. They've got a hoist of open shots, and they took advantage of it.
Yeah, and at the beginning of the game, we saw really good shooting from both teams, but Pratt just could not keep up with Coffeyville's pace. at which they were making these threes.
And credit to Coffeyville's pressure, allowing Pratt to not get into their regular offense.
Yes. Getting in their head a little bit, even from the start of the first half and the second half now, still in that press.
And
it's paying off with a 23-point lead for Coffeyville.
We've seen them chuck up some quick shots, allowing for Coffeyville to get more possessions, more open looks, working the ball around this zone. They've really been sharing the ball well. Out to Dobson, makes a move to the corner. That's a foul.
Exactly 3 left in this third quarter. There'll be a foul on Lee for the Beavers. It's her second. Dodson at the line. Connects on the first.
And you got to tell there's a lot more talent than a 1-8 team would describe for this Pratt team.
Oh, yeah,
we really
for sure.
thought they would stick with Coffeyville throughout the game. The way they were shooting the ball, they just turned over the ball a little bit too much. As
Finish
Poole
right
gets that
there.
one to go.
And yeah, Pratt has a lot of good talent. It's just this Coffeyville defense is just pressing so aggressively that Pratt just can't deal with it. And that's no discredit to their players. It's just how they're just not used to it, not being able to set up what they know.
And it feels like Pratt has struggled with the size of Anthony Daniels and like the likes of Alexis Wooden. And he's been able to direct some wild shots from Pratt. Off on the first is Alexis Wooden.
Also have to give credit to Coffeyville's sharp shooting of this game. Otherwise, this game would be a lot closer. Had they not been draining the threes like they are. Connects on the second. Put it at 62-39. Red Ravens. 2:30 left in the quarter.
So Coffeyville 6 of 11 from the free throw line. Getting a hand on that ball was Alexis Wooden. It'll stay on the Pratt's end. Off the back of
Don't see
Naharis,
that much.
and she finishes that. We do not see that much,
Converted it.
but a good basketball move.
Haven't seen that since
From
rec league
Jada.
basketball, probably about 6th grade. Nevertheless, it worked out.
That's a good move from Jada Cartland, catching the Coffeyville defense off guard. Out to Dobson. Short. 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Gives it off to Poole. She'll finish the chip shot.
We're going to see another full line change for the Ravens.
And what do you think that is, Mitch? Is Coach Harrell just giving the players rest, or do you want to see more out of these Red Raven?
You know, obviously he must not be going for trying out different matchups since he's putting in the exact same amount of players each time. He's got exactly 10 players on his bench. So I guess he's just going with 2 shifts, really. They're both working out pretty well, seeing as Coffeyville's up by 19. But I guess he's just trying to give both sides of the bench rest.
It's almost how Calipari coached his team that lost in the national championship, where he just had a good enough players where he could just sub 5 on and 5 off.
Yep. Kentucky this season.
And Calipari, he called it the platoon of his players.
And sometimes that can be the downfall, as we saw. Having that many players doesn't get all the players you need to be able to develop into leaders, as you see. Usually college basketball, you're going to play about 7 to 8 players later in the season. And obviously it's still early in this season, so playing 10 is not a problem anyways. But you're going to pretty much stick to those 7 to 8. And those are going to develop leaders and just good players. So
Coach Harrell has his group that all can play, and that's a quick layup for
Miller, the freshman out of Meeker, Oklahoma.
The one player we have not seen for Coffeyville is Brianna Craig. Tough move from Antoinette Daniels, draws a foul.
Seen a lot more free throws this half than we definitely did in the first half.
Yeah, we have not seen Brianna Craig. She's not suited up, so we do not know the full context of that whole if it is the situation. Good on the first.
We had 10 fouls in the whole first half, and we already have 10 fouls just in this third quarter. Altogether, combined both teams, of course.
Anthony Daniels makes a pair
to put the Ravens up 21 with less than a minute in this third quarter.
7 for 12 on free throws. Good percentage for Coffeyville. Good move. Jumper gets swatted.
Short.
Coffeyville will pick it up. Good move by Channa Parvin, just the size of Antoinette Daniels. Made that shot be short. Coffeyville working the ball as they've usually done this game. Around this zone, looking for a hole. Lucy Burke, good move.
Ooh.
Too high. A run out for Megan Poole. She'll get hit on the wrist.
9 seconds remaining in the quarter. Don't know if the foul was worth it, but who knows? It might pay off with the way the Beavers have been shooting their free throws.
Four of 12 from the free throw line. The Pratt Beavers. Quick pressure from Pratt. Coffeyville able to recover. 3 seconds on the game clock. Quick shot. Lenny Fisher leaves it long.
That'll be the quarter. We go into the fourth quarter. What do you think the Ravens want to do, and what do you think the Beavers want to do?
Yeah, the Beavers, you're down by 20. You got to get a lot of stops. I think you got to switch it up. You got to switch it up to a man. See if you can hang with these Coffeyville offensive players. You've been in the zone so long. Coffeyville's kind of demolished that zone and got some open looks. Coffeyville's gotten too many open looks on offense, and obviously Pratt's got to stop turning the ball in.
Yeah, I definitely think Pratt should also, I think they should go to a man, because I believe Megan Poole, being 6'2", can do a pretty good number on Daniels down low, as their height is the same. The size not as much, but then they can try to get some sort of double teams going on. And then, obviously, the man defense will cut down on the threes that have been raining for Coffeyville. I believe that's what the Beavers should do. Coffeyville, they should just keep playing their game. They're up 20. It's a good lead. And I think that's just what should happen.
Pratt's got to figure something out. Down by 20 in the fourth quarter, 10 minutes to go. It'd be a long shot for them to come back, but it is still doable, as Coffeyville's defense tends to fall asleep throughout some games. Coffeyville in a 2-3 zone. Quick three. Samilton off. Ball will roll out of bounds. It almost feels like, Pratt, you got to, if you want to come back also, you got to shoot like you did the first half.
First quarter especially, they were raining it down, but 20-point lead is nothing crazy for, or 20-point deficit rather. It's nothing crazy for Pratt this season. They've had some very large deficit losses, so 20 points is definitely comebackable, if you want to term something like that. It's obviously not a word, but
Lucy for three.
Just feeling it. That was a pretty deep three, honestly. So a couple, 2 or 3 or 4, maybe 5 feet behind the line right there.
Lucy Burke will break the double digits. She's at 11. Out to Poole. That is too long. Picked up by, oh, that's Poole picked it up. Excuse me, Schwamberger shot the three. Excuse me.
Poole with the pickup. Just kind of putting in work down low.
And that's kind of what you said. You wanted Poole to stay in the block.
Yep.
Pick up those offensive rebounds. Trapped is Lucy Burke, and she will draw a foul with 7 on the shot clock. That is on Megan Poole, her first, or her second foul.
First of the quarter.
First of the quarter. Jasper will throw it in. Looks for Daniels. Good look.
Daniels is just tearing these Beavers apart.
Looking for an outlet.
The trap.
Schwamberger finds Poole. She scored right from that same block. Coach Harrell wants a timeout.
Very unhappy with the defense on Poole right there.
Once Pratt breaks that press, it's pretty hard for Coffeyville to stop them as they've found open outlets. Got a quick 4 points from Megan Poole under the block. With 8:17, Coffeyville's up 21 points. Pratt's really got to make some moves, score the ball to close in on this deficit. And like you said, this is the closest game Pratt has really played since their first win.
Yeah.
So Coach Ferris has got to be happy. You got to be happy in some areas of the game, and you got to be happy about your team.
He's staying intense is what he's doing right now, because he knows that. I mean, even I can see that the talent of this Pratt team, they can come back from a 21-point deficit if the Ravens aren't making their shots or making silly mistakes, and if Megan Poole just starts putting in work down low. This obviously is still a game, even though the scoreboard doesn't show it. But
good coaches never quit, and Coach Ferris is in his first year, so everything's a little bit more rough in your first year.
Yeah, unless you get a little bit lucky, which not everybody does. Burke with the pickup, couldn't get it to fall.
He'll go the other way. And like we'll see tonight, Pratt has not got a conference win, and the Pratt men's team has not able to have a conference win, and they have a chance tonight. Ooh. That three is long.
I'd like
picked
to
up by
think that was just a
Schwamberger.
pass.
And a timeout to save the possession.
Poole got it to fall after the timeout had been called, just showing off her sweet touch from the low post.
You think that's a good timeout? You're down 21. You waste that timeout and save the possession, or you just let that go?
I mean, I'm not 100% sure on how the rest of the game is going to play out. That might come back to bite him right there. We never know. You're definitely going to want to just try to get something going, so that might be a good timeout just to try to spark an offensive surge by these Beavers. But like I said, it might come back to bite them in the end.
These Lady Beavers have looked out of sort on some possessions on offense, so maybe that was a good timeout. We don't know to the end. Looks long. Lainey Fisher with her speed picks that one up and leaves it short. Again, leaves it.
She's just padding her own stats, getting the rebounds. Desiree Nelson comes up with it.
And Coach Harrell wants a foul.
We see Burke with the near travel.
Good active hands.
And then Daniels with the cleanup crew.
Tough break for Pratt. They got their hands on the ball multiple times on that possession, and it just fell into the hands of Anderson Daniels.
It was just all over the place.
And now we're all over the place right now. I'll give the ball back to Coffeyville.
Coffeyville showing still great hustle, even though it's already in the fourth quarter. These girls have to be tired, although I believe Coach Harrell has conditioned them very much over the course of the season, so they're ready for this.
And he spread out the subs.
Yeah, that as well.
And Lainey Fisher,
their first
that is
three,
good.
I believe, of the night.
That is correct. Her first 3 on the night.
Like I said, she doesn't do too much shooting outside, but
and she has
I guess
9
the whole
points.
team is feeling it.
So Lainey Fisher with 9 points and a foul on the Coffeyville side. Antoinette Daniels will pick up her second foul. And that has got to be a bright spot. Your tallest player and not in foul trouble in today's game.
Just putting in work.
In today's game, fouls have come a commodity between both teams,
And
but not this game.
The full line change yet again.
We'll see another platoon for the Lady Red Ravens. Gives it off to Antoinette Daniels. The unselfish play from Sky Jasper, and we've seen that all night.
Daniels has to have close to 20 points by now. She's been going hard in the post.
Quick 3. That is long.
Poole
Picked
comes up with it. Thrown to Samilton. Thrown back to Catlin. Can't get it to fall.
And Catlin almost makes a great shot. We saw her in the first half make an incredible layup and one. That one rims out, but if she could have finished that, that would have been pretty magnificent. And we'll see the platoon, a new platoon of Lady Red Ravens, Alex Airline, Patricia Dotson, Nakari Harris, Alexis Wooden, and Lauren Anderson will all enter the ball game. 5:53 left in the fourth quarter. Coffeyville up 26.
Alex Arline with the rebound. Dodson brings it down. Gives it off to Harris, back to Dodson. Harris in the corner. I don't know if she likes the corner 3, but
and Alex Airline is sitting there looking for the ball.
I'm sure tonight everybody's kind of feeling the 3, so.
8 on the shot clock. Dobson just throws up a 3, and Nakari Harris picked up the rebound. That's been the story of the night. Coffeyville really out-rebounding Pratt on the offensive end and the defensive end, and that's not a way to win the game. Good steal by Parvin.
Ooh.
She gets it
Got
blocked
a piece of it
by Alexis Wooden. Mary Lee will enter the ballgame. 5'7" sophomore out of Wichita, Kansas. Quick jumper. And a foul on Miller. Bailey Miller, 5'5", freshman at Meeker, Oklahoma, collects her second foul. Coffeyville still playing hard, even though up a good margin.
And that's just good practice for the rest of the season. Playing hard even into the last minutes of the game as Lauren Anderson turns it over right there. But
she thought she had an easy layup, and it just slipped out of her hands. And we'd like her to enter the scoring column because it just seems like every Raven has
Maybe she needs
except
to
for
try
her and Nakari Harris.
Maybe they need to try their luck from the three-point line. Seems as where everybody else is getting their points from tonight. Other than Daniels, of course, who's just wreaking havoc down low.
She has been a post presence for the Lady Red Ravens. 5 on the shot clock. Pratt has to throw up something. Lee tries to go for the backboard, leaves it short. Picked up by the Lady Ravens.
It's our line handling the ball. We're going to see Megan Poole come back in for the Beavers at the next dead ball. That was
a jump ball. And you got to be happy, again, for Coach Harrell, as you struggled and had a losing streak of a two-game losing streak, and you're only able to score. Your max points was 55 in one game, and the other was 47. In today's matchup, you put up 78.
with 3.5 still left to play. So he's definitely happy about that, but still going to remain intense for the rest of this game. Keep it on the ladies. Make sure they don't give up a little early. Just good coaching. The Ravens have seemed to slow their pace down, which is good, so that they don't give the Beavers more opportunities to score as they turn it over. But
it was a good look by Alexis Wooden, just not there at the time. Good move by Miller.
can't get it to finish.
And Pratt has been stuck at 52 for quite a while in this fourth quarter, leaving the ball long and short, but they keep hustling. Credit to them. Pottsville swings it around as they've been doing that all night against the zone. Working that baseline is Nakari Harris. She leaves it long.
Ooh. Man, oh.
Oh, a bunch of girls get tripped up and they will call a foul.
Anderson hit the ground hard right there.
Both refs are trying to come to a conclusion of what they saw and who the foul was on. And maybe if it was worth a flagrant, which I don't suppose so.
I don't think. I believe what happened was Schomburger was on the ground with Nakari Harris, I believe. And then, they are going to call it.
They will call a double personal foul. They'll call a flagrant foul on Alexis Wooden. Excuse me. Schomburger will be at the line. She can't connect on the second. But we really didn't. Did you see the contact much of all?
I saw one of the girls get tripped up, but I didn't think it was on purpose. But I'm not sure. I'm not in the white and black down there with the whistle, so not my call. I didn't really see it anyways, so game will play on.
Good defense, and Coffeyville forces a turnover. Pratt steps on the back line. 2:15 left. Coffeyville up a good margin, 78-53. Red Ravens have led throughout the game. I don't think they've trailed.
Nope, there's not been any lead changes so far in the game.
Coffeyville really taking charge from the first whistle. Looking for Alexis Wooden. Back out to Dobson. And that will rim out.
Just can't get it to fall tonight.
And Harris wanted that rebound.
Oh.
But it falls to Pratt, and they turn over the ball.
Oh, my. There's There's been a lot of ladies on the floor last minute or so. The Ravens come up with it. A minute and a half left to go in the game. See if the Ravens will just kind of waste the time.
They have 10 on the shot clock. Four. Airline leaves it short. Airline.
A turnover by the Beavers. Airline comes up with it. Be 2 more shot clock possessions left in this game as we wind down.
And we've seen some great performances by some Lady Ravens. Desiree Nelson had a quick 13 points in the first half. She quieted it down in the second half. Lucy Burke has 11 points with a couple threes. I believe she had 3 threes. And Antoinette Daniels had just about 10 points, and she was a big force in the middle. And Coach Ferris was talking to wanted a teaching moment, but Coach Ferris wanted a teaching moment with one of his players and forgot that was an inbounds play, and she needed to be back on the court defending a player.
That was like last night when the Cavaliers played the Bucks and J.R. Smith was giving a handshake to Jason Terry, who was on the bench as the game was going on, and let his man score.
Thankfully, she didn't let anyone score.
My goodness. This last minute is taking quite some time as we see another foul.
So the shot clock is off, and Coffeyville will collect this victory. We'll go to 4-2 in the conference and pass the 500 mark.
Pratt's
5-4.
Put a full line change in, trying to get some of those players that don't play so much 20 seconds worth of playing time, which every point count or every second counts.
And Pratt played hard. They shot the ball well the first half and just kind of cooled off, and they will end the game and will be 0-6 and 1-9 overall. Dobson will not get that foul. Pratt will just run at the clock off.
Interesting. As the game comes to a close, not a bad loss for Pratt, seeing as Coffeyville shot the lights out and forced them with a press pretty much the entire game. Only a 25-point loss. 78-53 is the final there here in Coffeyville. Lady Ravens taking the dub.
This is Red Raven TV.
Make sure to catch up with us for the boys game, which will be in about 30 minutes. So we'll see you then.